Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Coaching Call podcast. On this podcast, we'll cover various types of coaching by trainers in sports, martial arts, fitness, and business. We'll discuss each coach's methods to getting the most out of their respective athletes or clients and how they attempt to change the platform in which they coach. Join us on a fun adventure as we discuss unique coaching styles. Coaching is a universal part of how we get others to get something done. Join your host, Rafael, and his guests on this unique journey in coaching.
Hi, I'm Sifu Rafael, and this is the Coaching Call podcast. If you enjoy this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. This episode was made possible by listeners like you. Hello. I am joined by my new and great friend, Tiffiny. Tiffiny,
Hello.
how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you, Rafael?
Well, I know you're fantastic. That's the only reason we're talking.
Yes.
So you're in sunny Florida, aren't you?
I am. I am in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's a beautiful, humid day outside, and there's some puffy white clouds and blue skies out. I just saw about 20 dragonflies out in the courtyard of my front yard, so life is good.
Life is good if you like dragonflies and humidity.
Yeah. Well, born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, I got used to humidity at a very early age. So
Right. I hear you. So one of the things that we connected, right? We connected at Podfest.
Yes.
How instant was that connection?
Well, you sat at the table and it was just pretty amazing. I'd never been to Podfest Expo before ever.
Right.
And it was just awesome to be able to meet someone so quickly, I guess is the word.
Yeah. For me, connections are everything, When we can share common knowledge or share things that we have in common, not only knowledge, but like a belief, I think that really, it sets up for a great connection. So you were there on your first time, but so was I. I don't know if it showed, but
No.
did I look like a pro? I was
Yes.
faking it, I was faking like I know what I'm doing. I know nothing.
Fake it till you make it's what I've always heard.
But you know what? One of the things for me is connecting with people.
Yes.
And I made so many great connections at Podfest that, it's something that, when we can deliver who we are and the other person goes, I want to associate with that person, then that's worth it. That's worth everything to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we said, you got to be on my show. And you said,
Yes.
absolutely. And
Well,
then
I found out you were in martial arts, and I'm a massage therapist by trade, and they go hand in hand. So
They
it's
do.
fabulous.
Yeah. So I beat them up and you take care of them. I love it.
That's right. That's my job.
Actually, my thing as a martial artist, I try never to ever fight. And I love fighting. But when it comes to hurting people, it doesn't feel right. And I was a bouncer for 5 years. I didn't hurt one person ever. I was the only bouncer police never came looking for because I never hit the patrons. They swung at me. They tried to hit me. They were drunk. If they knew me, they wouldn't have swung at me, right? They would have been just like, hey, buddy, what's going on? But the whole
Exactly.
thing, and I love what you do, massage therapist. And one of the things I read on your bio is that it was bred into your family is very loving. Everybody's like doing back rubs and like when you're hanging out, you're like rubbing on the shoulder and always hands on, right? So how important is it to be comfortable as a massage therapist with putting your hands on someone, or in the other way, how comfortable should you be when someone else is putting their hands on you for good reasons?
So actually, I was just having a conversation with my mom, and she said that, and I didn't know this until today.
Mm.
And she said that when she was 5 years old, my uncle would lay on the floor and say, Prissy, come over and rub my back for me. And he would pay her a nickel for it. And this is back in like the early 50s, right? So I tell people all the time, I wanted to be a candy striper when I was a little girl, and obviously that kind of dates me a little bit, but I didn't want to deal with the blood and gore and death.
Right.
So I found massage therapy is a great way for me to still help people.
Mm.
And I've always been a touchy-feely person. Like you said, I come from a family, when we had headaches, my mom had these long nails and she would rub her hands over our foreheads, and um, our headaches would go away. So it was really phenomenal growing up that way. And then, I've done a lot of jobs in the past, and nothing really satisfied me. But then it was like, how can I help people? How can I really help people with how they're feeling? I've had some traumatic events in my life in the past, and what helped me? Massage. Who
Mm.
knew?
Right.
So I'm like, if I can do this, if I know massage helped me, then I could totally do massage for other people and help them deal with some of the stresses of life. And you have to form it's an incredibly intimate relationship. And so there is a lot of trust. I was telling, I've told people, in the past, people have come in and they've had things happen to them when they were 14 years old. They come in and see me when they're in their 60s, and
Mm.
all of a sudden they feel so comfortable talking to me, they spill their guts. Like the the floodgates just open wide up, and they're like, "Thank you so much for letting me be able to share this very personal, private information with you."
Mm.
But it's an incredible amount of trust. And I'm a touchy-feely person anyway. I learn very kinesthetically with my hands.
Right.
So when I can really, work on somebody doing a massage, I talk to tissues. I don't know if you saw the tagline on the back of my jacket that I had made. I focus on the issues in your tissues from
Right.
the inside out and the outside in.
Yeah, I love that.
So
Focus on your issues and your tissues.
yes, that's me.
Yeah.
And with all the trainings that I've had, everything works on a cellular level. And if we're all of the same cell, then, how
Mm.
come I couldn't work on you? I can work on you. You're where, in New Jersey or New York?
New York.
New York. So I could work on you in New York through a Zoom call.
I got
It's
this knot. I'm
crazy.
just kidding. I got the knot, right? So you can help me with my knot. You can help me with, you give me exercises to do, things to take care of. I love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah, so it's really just, you have to develop a rapport, and you know that. You've been in, I don't know exactly how long you've been in podcasting, but you seem like a pretty good podcaster to me.
Oh, thank you.
Um, so I mean, you get to know people, you get to know their pains, and even
Mm.
as martial artist, you're dealing with people who are trying to strengthen themselves, build their core up. It's all about self-help and self-healing, I guess,
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
sense.
Movement. Movement.
Movement.
Yeah.
Movement is very
Movement.
important.
Oh my gosh. One
The
of the things that you said before is that somebody comes in, they lay on your table, and all of a sudden they're telling you these deep things, right?
Yeah,
And they're able to share with you. So not only are you massaging their body, you're massaging their mind, right?
absolutely.
You're letting them open up. It's just like what you're doing with the muscles, right? You're letting the muscles open up. And
Yeah,
when we think about our mind, that's a muscle, right?
it
But
truly is. It
we
is.
have to expand on it. I have a question for you.
Yes.
I I've had obviously lots of different people work on my body,
Mhm.
because whenever I would go to an event or something like that, if I thought there was a good masseuse, I would go. I didn't know that at the time when we met, and I only found you on the last day. Otherwise, I would have said, "Work on this for me." But one of the things that I find is that not everybody understands, and they could be doing it for years. Then not everybody understands how to fully work on a person. So it takes someone a special talent to truly listen to what the person is doing. I had somebody on my show who told me, "Yeah, I had back problems when I went to a place and they worked over here and over there. Meanwhile, they were not listening to me. But he goes, all of a sudden, it felt great because they were listening not to him, they were listening to his body. They
Absolutely.
understood, they heard the first part, my back is hurting me,
Yeah.
but they started working on his chest and other parts and this. And he goes, in his mind, he's saying, this person is not listening to me, right? But
Yeah.
meanwhile, they actually listened and they listened carefully because he goes, oh my gosh, they saved me all this pain.
Yeah.
Because if they would have done what I told them to do, just focus on the back, it would have been a quick band-aid,
Yeah.
but then the next day I would have been in a lot of pain. So how important is it to truly listen to our clients? And it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be massage, but anyone who's talking to you, right? But massage obviously does make a difference too, right?
Yeah, it does. And actually, I'm just coming back from, I have an online business as well, and I
Mm,
focus on health and wellness on that, as well as weight loss. And I added a couple of links in if anybody's interested in that. But
awesome.
um, listening, learning, and you, you you've been in places, you have to feel where people are. So I mean, we've all been through life experiences. I've had people tell me that I'm the tissue whisperer because I do listen. They tell me, well, and it's crazy because I've been doing massage since 2009. So that's what, 13 years. And
Mm,
I've worked on thousands of bodies over the year. So every person is different. Every person reacts differently. But I've had people call me the tissue whisperer
mm,
because I can look at somebody and I'm like, you know what? Hey, um, you need some work on your feet.
right.
And they're like, how would you even know that? Because your body told me,
Yeah.
So listening is so important. I mean, just like when we were kids, we had to listen to our parents. We didn't want to, but we did have to. And they ended up saving us. Don't put your hand on the hot fire or the hot stove. And at the end of the day, it really saves us, as far as that goes. So listening it's key. If you can't listen, then you don't know how to help somebody.
Right. And a lot of times we have to listen to ourselves too, right? Because we know the right information,
Yeah.
but we keep lying to
Yeah.
ourselves, right? This is when we get to that self-discovery, the meditation, the deep work that we all, I don't care who you are, you
Yeah.
need to discover you, period. And you can't do it with other people. You actually have to take the time to be by yourself. Right,
Yeah.
and that meditation that even, a lot of people go, "Oh, I have to sit in a room and." No, you have to just be you, with you. You can take a walk and meditate. You can dance, that's medication and meditation, right?
Free medication
I
just to
think
go
that came
dance.
out on purpose. But yeah, everything that we do, from walking to drawing to just reading, that could be meditative. And it can definitely help you understand you so that you can listen better, right? Because so many times we allow other people into our lives and we're listening to the garbage that they're giving us, right? We allow negativity. We allow, like, you're no good, you can't do that, all this nonsense. Instead, we need to sit by ourselves and say, I can do that. I can do this. And when somebody says you can't, I'm not going to listen to them. I'm just going to push them up, say, sure, sure. And then just push them aside and then just say it 1,000 times to yourself. Of course I can. I can do anything.
Yeah.
So listening,
Yeah.
huge.
And I actually, I've been a very, very busy lady this week, and or actually this month. I went to the Life Surge event in Orlando. I've been
Nice.
spending a lot of time in Orlando lately. So Life Surge. Then I did Time to Thrive with Tony Robbins and Dean Graciosi. And then I did a global leadership summit at my church. And then I went to our 30th anniversary last weekend. And then Monday and Tuesday, I was doing Angels of Fire with Dr. Candace Smitherman, who is an absolutely amazing woman, and full of knowledge and education. But one of the things that Dean, I believe, was talking about was Ed Milet says, at the end of the day, at the end of your life, when you're about to take your last breath, imagine someone offers you a video of what your life could have been. Have
Mm.
you done everything that you wanted to do throughout your life? And I think the answer for a lot of people to that question is no.
No.
So I am
Mm.
taking everything I can, because the more I learn, the more people I can help, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I focus on the issues in your tissues from the inside out and the outside in.
Yeah.
I can do long distance healing with people. I was just working on a lady before our call now, and I do some emotion code. And so she had asked me to, check the neurotransmitters in her brain with my craniosacral therapy practice. And so I did. And her body was like, wait, there's more. And I was like, okay, do you want some emotion code? Are there trapped emotions that I need to release? And it was like, yes. So I went through and I found two emotions that needed to be released.
Mm.
And when I finished her treatment, I was like, it asked me to release some trapped emotions. Do these resonate with you? And she's like, oh my God, yes. And I was like, your body told me. So once again, listening, I
Mhm.
listen with my hands, I listen with my ears, I listen with my eyes.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but it's, what are you doing to better yourself? And that's another thing they say, be 10% better today than you were yesterday or than you were last week.
Yeah.
And so
No.
many people forget that.
Oh, yeah. Even if you only wind up being 1% better, it's still 1% better, right?
Yeah.
One of the things that you talked about, Dean, he talked about a video, but what are cemeteries full of? And somebody said to me, dead bodies. I'm like, absolutely. But think further, dead dreams. Dead
Yeah.
dreams, things that people should have done but didn't because fear, or they allowed fear to enter, or other people to tell them they were no good, they could not do it, or they just didn't have the belief, right? You have to have faith, and whether it's a religious faith, but the most important faith we have to have is in us,
Yeah.
right?
And I just spent 4 days and 5 nights talking about belief.
Mm,
And you have to believe in yourself. I don't know if you saw me post it on Facebook or not, but I had a memory pop up and it was about belief. And I was like, how appropriate that
yeah.
I'm posting this. That, it came up in my feed today. And I think that was last Friday or Saturday. They all run together last
Mm,
weekend.
I heard it.
Um, but you have to have belief in yourself and you have to be around other people who believe in you.
Right.
Because I know, like, if you break it apart, impossible is I'm possible.
Mm,
Like, hello.
yeah.
It is possible. And with this thing that I'm doing with Dean, I can do this.
Yeah.
Back in February, we had our world conference, and I took another class, and I took the Dave Ramsey course, and so it's been a super busy year. But it was, I have a fire burning under me, and if you're not coal to keep my fire going, I really don't need you.
Get out.
You know,
You know,
I
what
don't
one
need
of
you to be
the
water on my fire.
and I wanna thank you for taking the time to being here with me today, so thank
My
you.
my pleasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's my first podcast, and I'm just, this is going to help me decide if this is something that I want to do. And you'll be one of my first guests, if not my first guest, when I start mine. So I'm delighted to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Just so you know, I mean, it is a commitment. It is something that and I actually had a podcast coach with me today. We did an event, and one of the things that he recommends to people, if you're only gonna do it for a year, don't waste your time. If you're gonna do it for long term, then it's worth it. But if you're not 100% sure, it's better to do something else with your time because it is time consuming. It can become a business. It can, some people who do it for a hobby do 20 episodes and then they're done, they're gone. And then you have to have a purpose. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing anything? Why are you doing all this extra training that you're doing? You're training with Dean, you're training with Anthony. You're doing all these things because you have a fire. And your message, I believe, is your why. You have to get that message out there. But how do you do it? Do you just show up and you helping people? How many more people can you help if you do a podcast or are you taking away from other people because you're doing a podcast? So it's understanding you're saying yes to one thing, but then you have to say no to others, right? So it's that
Yeah.
understanding of my yes is going to have to result in a no somewhere else. And my
Yeah.
no is going to result in a yes somewhere else. So it's understanding that concept of where do I want to be? Where am I going? And my long term. So for me, I call it legacy. What
Yes.
do I
I
want to
was
be
just
remembered
saying
for?
that earlier.
What do I want to be remembered for, right?
Yes, I wish I could get her on the call, because I was like, I don't want to just be known as the former print girl or the thank you, Debbie, or the former waitress.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want
Debbie
to be
says
known.
Sif, she's saying hi to you. So it's awesome that
Yeah.
she's here with us.
Yes, yes. I was with her last weekend, as a matter of fact. She was one of my saving graces. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
But the lady I was just working, I want to leave a legacy. I want to know I made a difference in someone's life. I had an impact on somebody,
Mm,
and it was for the greater good.
hmm.
And
That's
if
it.
that's through massage, then my office is up the street. If it's through supplements and proper nutrition, then I can drop ship that to anywhere in the world.
Wow.
And long distance healing. Shoot, give me somebody in Africa that I can do some long distance healing on. Yes,
Mm,
sir. I will absolutely take that offer.
that's
And then they'll
beautiful.
mail me a check or Venmo me.
Yeah. Don't forget to don't forget to send me that payment too. Because,
Right?
here's the thing. A lot of people nowadays are always looking for free, right? What can I
Yeah.
get for free? What can I get for free? And those are takers. And
Yeah.
people should say, what can I give? Because if somebody provides a service, they are, well, like I said, they're saying no to something else in order to provide a service for you. So that's an impact that we have to consider. So when I'm getting something for free, is it really free? Did that person take time away from their life, from their family to provide this service for me? So
Yeah.
should they be compensated? And then, like for me, I do a lot of free things. And I do it because I choose to, because
Yes.
I want to make an impact. And if it comes back, it comes back. If it doesn't come back, it doesn't come back. I'm not doing it with expectations.
Yep.
Here's the thing, I talk about expectations. If I lend somebody money, I never expect it back.
Yep.
It was, they'll say borrow. I'll say, if I can, here you go. If it comes back to me, whoa, I was just gifted. So it's the way, it's the perception that we have when we talk to someone, when we do something for someone else. How much of a giver are you? Or are you just a taker? What can I get for free? What can I get? Can I get a double on that? Can I get? So then it does not help you when you're always taking, because guess what? You're going to only get more takers to come behind you and ask more of you, and they're going to ask for nothing, for you to get anything. So they're going to take from you as well. But when you start to give without any expectations, man, things just start to happen, and it's such a beautiful thing. And if nothing happens, it's not true. Something happens. You
Always.
gave. You gave,
Always.
right?
Yes. And I think it was Dave Ramsey that said it always feels better to give than to receive. And that's priceless information. I've given away a lot of massages. I've given away products, and yes, value. People
Mm,
need to see your value. They have to know your value. And
yeah.
when you say, oh yeah, when you devalue yourself, and they told us that in massage therapy school, don't
Mhm.
discount all of your massages. Don't discount all your products,
Right.
because you are giving value to somebody with that stuff.
Mm,
And I'm a firm believer, it's getting more and more ingrained in my brain as we speak. Um, And yes, in giving you receive, it may not come from that person, but it does come back to you.
Oh,
And
without a doubt.
it's priceless. I love it. I
Yeah,
absolutely love
yeah.
it.
So what propelled you to say, besides the fact that you grew up in a loving family, everybody was giving each other, your mom was getting paid 5 cents to give your uncle a massage.
I
So,
never knew that.
but what propelled you to professionally pursue it?
So I have had many jobs. And let me see, I started at Funplex, which was kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese when I was like 14. I got fired
Mm,
because I was 15 and child labor laws back then. I worked at Central Hardware back in the dating myself really bad now. And then I went to college. Well, I did nails. I'm a licensed manicurist, whatever. Um, and then I moved away and went to college and I got my bartending mixology license. So I'm a certified bartender. Yay. But that was how I could pay my bills. So waiting tables, I didn't want to be an 80-year-old waitress. I did printing. I've got a double associates in graphic arts, production, and multimedia. I didn't want to sit at a desk for 8 hours. And I'm like, what do I like to do? And it came to me. I love to help people. How can I help people without being a doctor? I can be a massage therapist. I've been
right.
doing it all my life.
Yeah.
It's in my hands. I've had people accuse me of using hot stones because I have so much energy in my hands. They're like, I specifically asked for no hot stones and I'm like, I don't have any. And they're like, show me your hands. And I'm like, no hot stones, I don't use them. They
You
burn my
Mr.
hands.
Miyagi it? You Mr.
Yes. You know,
You hit him up?
it's just I was born with a gift
Yes.
and I believe in the Lord. And so I know that my gift came from Him.
Mm,
And what good is a gift from the highest creator there is if you don't use it to help other people?
right.
I mean, plain and simple, you were given gifts and talents so that you can share those with other people. And other people see that, they recognize that. And it's just, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing, I don't know if I'll be able to be an 80-year-old massage therapist, but I'm going to do my best to go as long as I can. And in the meantime, I'm finding, my multiple streams of income so that I can leave that legacy for, whoever, my niece, my grandniece, who just turned 5 yesterday. She's so darn cute. I
Oh,
can't
that's
stand
awesome.
it. Um, I just I want to leave a legacy. People will know my name because I made an impact on their lives.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just have to say, we used to go camping and skiing in Waterloo, Alabama when I still lived in Memphis.
Mm.
And I met some great people there. Loved them to be. I still love them. I just haven't been to Waterloo in a long, long time. But I got here in 2004 and one of the girls found me on Facebook and she was like, "Hey Tiffany, I just wanted to say thanks again for introducing me to my husband." I had no
Wow.
idea. Like, we were just all hanging out, We're just,
Right.
"Oh, hey, this is so and so, this is so and so." And then like 10 years later, I get a message saying, "Hey, thanks for introducing me to my husband." And they're still happily married. Like,
Wow.
how
That's
freaking
awesome.
cool is
That
that?
is very cool. That is very cool.
So, how
So,
can I bless somebody? That's it.
yeah, yeah. It's funny because when you listen not only to your own body, then you're able to share that with other people. It's funny when I was younger and I used to work in an office, and because I've had so much work done on me, I understood the hands of healing, right? So, like somebody would go, "Oh, this hurts." I'm like, "There," and I would just rub it out, and they're like, "Oh my God, you kind of took it away." And then somebody goes, "Can you do me? Can you do me? Can you do?" And I'm like, "Hang on a minute. We're supposed to be doing architectural drawings here. I'm not coming. I'm not the masseuse here." But people's like, "Oh, just come over for a minute." I'm like, "All right, all right." But so that's I considered becoming a masseuse, or a massage therapist, or with healing hands. So I realized that I didn't have to put my hands on people to heal them. I just needed to speak to them to heal
Yeah.
them, right? And you're doing both, which I truly, truly commend you, because people are coming to you, you're giving them a massage, and then all of a sudden they realize that you have this gift, not only with your hands, but with your heart.
Yes.
And not many people have that open heart where, I'm going to listen to what you have to say, and let me share with you, or let me help you, or let me guide you. Because that's, I think, how you're able to do so much of what you're doing. And then another thing that you said, 80-year-old waitress, 80-year-old massage therapist. You keep saying the word 80, and I think at 80 is when you're going to find something else to
God,
do,
I hope not.
right? At 80, but I'm not talking about work. I'm talking about your mission, your ability to help other people. You are here for a reason. And you keep putting up 80, and 80 to me is a young person, right? Because 80 might be your midlife crisis, right? You're like, oh no, I got to run a marathon when I'm 80,
Wouldn't that
right?
be great?
Why not?
With my products, I will be able to.
That's exactly it. And that's why you're using those products. That's why you believe in them. Because when you believe in something and it actually works, my gosh, isn't that a beautiful thing?
There's that belief again, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
When you take on a client, let's say somebody didn't know you, right?
Yeah.
They come on. What's the first thing that they're going to experience when let's say they come in for massage?
So normally I meet people downstairs if they've never been to my establishment before. So I meet them downstairs. So they get greeted with a smile. I love
Mm,
my little pigtail braids. I
there you
don't know
go.
if everybody can see that or not, but
Oh
pigtail
yeah.
braids make me smile. And yeah, so they get greeted with a smile. I think just my energy alone is welcoming. Like, I've
Mm,
had people come to my house, my apartment, and stay here, and they're like, "I felt so comfortable here. I slept so well." Like,
mm,
there's something about me and my presence that people just feel welcomed, you know? And so that, and then I take the time to do a medical intake paperwork
mm,
session. So I want to know exactly what's going on. What surgeries have you had? What medications are you taking? Because I don't know how many people know, but massage is contraindicated for certain things. You know, if you have a blood clot, you do not need massage. If definitely it releases toxins, so you need to make sure that you're drinking your water to flush those toxins out. Um, so then I listen again. I listen to them to see what their problems are, what they want me to focus on, and
right.
then I treat the body accordingly. I hear what your ears say or what your mouth says, but I listen to what your body says, and then I treat accordingly. Um, and I mean, I've had some people come in with heavy, heavy hearts,
Mm,
and I'm like, okay, your heart chakra really needs to be readjusted and balanced. And and I feel it because they're on my table as a person on my table. And it's like someone's gotten one of those long roofing nails
right.
and nailed them from I'm serious.
Wow.
It's sad energy, but you feel it coming in. So the nail goes down and it's hammered them to the floor.
Mm,
And then I do my work, you know, I listen to their body, I listen to their mouths, and then they float out of my office. Like, you came in weighed down with the world on your shoulders and probably the
wow.
universe, and you
Wow.
just floated right out of my office. That's the best compliment I could ever get, next
Right.
to them
So,
referring somebody to me, you know?
by the way, tomorrow you might have like 300 people floating out of your office if they're listening right now, because who wouldn't want to come in, feel all heavy, feel burdened, and then enlightened, right?
Well, my business is Enlightened Touch.
I'm aware.
And my dad actually bought that name for me.
Mm.
He passed away back in
Oh,
October,
sorry to hear
so
that.
I will keep it forever and ever and ever. My dad and my mom too, they have so much belief in me. It's
Mm,
all new to them,
right.
but they believe in me and they're so proud of me, and I just want to continue to make them proud. And any person I come in contact with, just, you know, I didn't realize I had dimples, and now I'm like, I have dimples and I'm going to show them off to every person I can,
Look at my
because
dimples.
I you're
There they are. Nice. Nice. So when did you realize you had dimples?
Maybe 7 years ago?
Really? So were you not smiling before then?
I was.
You
I
just
guess
weren't looking.
I wasn't looking in the mirror.
Mm,
You
mm.
know, and I'm learning this. It's a very hard thing for me because I'm such a strong, independent woman. But
Yeah.
I'm learning, you have to love yourself before you can really love anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm actually working with a life coach right now. I'm very grateful to her for that. And it's love you. I love myself so. And so it's like, I love myself. So what? I love myself. So I'm going to go help every person I can. I love myself. So I'm going to take care of myself. I love myself. So whatever. So I can
Mm.
share my experiences with other people. And it's just ammunition. It's just coals being like fresh coals being thrown onto my fire.
Oh, yeah.
And I love to cook.
Oh,
So,
excellent. So
so
here's the thing, right? When you think about, and I love what you said and what your coach is helping you with, when you think about, so here's the thing, I love myself. What am I going to do with that knowledge?
yeah,
How am I going to use it? And then one of the things that, I always tell people is like, you have to look in the mirror.
yeah,
Who's looking back?
yep,
Can you love that person? And if not, why not?
yeah,
What's going on? And then also I tell people, every time you allow negativity into your mind, that mirror gets dirty and dirty and dirty until you can flush that out and have that cleansing of, I'm not going to allow, I can't, I'm no good, all these different things. You need to get rid of them, and then your mirror will be cleaner, and then you'll start to see the real you, and you'll be more honest with yourself. So we're honest with not only with one another but with ourselves first, then I can be honest with the other person. So if I can't be honest with me, I can't be honest with you, can I?
no,
Mm.
no. And I love my neighbor. You made me think of what he says all the time. He's like, if you write every negative word on a pair of glasses, how
Mm.
well can you see?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
You can't.
that's a great saying too. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
awesome. I have some wonderful and amazing people in my life, and I'm so grateful and so blessed to have them all.
Yeah.
It's just, but likes attract likes. So
Oh yeah.
I'm attracting those millionaires and those successful people right now.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But here's the thing, right?
But the loving people as well.
Oh,
You
without
can have all the money in the world, and
mm,
I don't want to be misconstrued when I say that. I I know many people who are super, super poor, and they have hearts of gold and would give you the shirt off of their back. They're
mhm,
beautiful people. So it has nothing really to do with money. It's the mindset. And that's another thing I've learned, mindset. Where is your mindset?
yeah, yeah,
Is it on the things that you're grateful for or the things that you're not grateful for? And so yeah, lots of learning. So
oh
I can
yeah,
be a better person, so I can be better to other people.
right. I mean, like Dean talked about that video, but here's the thing. If you only worry about money, how many people are gonna have a heavy heart on your last day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna be there? Unless you pay them, there'll be a lot of people there, right? Unless they expect a handout when you're gone.
Yeah.
They're like, they're there. Are we reading the will yet? Well, he just passed or she just passed. Can you wait? You
Yeah.
don't want those people at your funeral or your last day or your deathbed. You want people who are there for you, not
Yeah.
because they're looking for a handout. Oh, they're almost done. What can I get? Right? Who wants that? I wouldn't. Do you?
No.
No. So you can't take the money with you anyway,
Exactly.
right? All you can take with you or what you can I mean, yes, you can leave money for people,
Yeah.
but guess what? The money you leave, unless they're brilliant, it's going to be gone. It's going to be spent.
Yep.
But the one thing that cannot be spent is how you treated them.
I was just gonna say, people don't remember what you did for them. They remember how you made them feel.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's legacy, right? That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
what is your what is your focus on right now? I know you're doing so many different things, and obviously you're an entrepreneur. And I love talking to entrepreneurs. I love talking to people whose vision is big. Because for me, I always say dream big
Yeah.
is not good. I'm going to tell you why. Because that's small thinking. I want you to dream
Yeah.
bigger and make the dream almost impossible. I'm going to go back to that word that you said, impossible, right? I'm possible. But also, don't ever say I'm probable, right? Because I'm probably going to do this. I'm probably going to do that.
Yeah.
No, I am possibly, or I am possible because I am possible. I am not improbable, but I am a person who is going to not only do what I say, but I'm going to follow up with it no matter what it takes, as long as it's not hurting anyone, too, right?
Yeah.
Including myself, because a lot of people will do things that hurt them. Why
Yeah.
would you want to do that? Because they're trying to prove something, right? So many people are trying to prove something to the wrong person or to the wrong industry or the wrong area instead of, once again, look in the mirror. When you go to sleep at night, before you go to sleep, can you look in the mirror, look into your own eyes, and say, did I do everything today that I would be proud of on my last day?
Yeah.
Right?
I love
That's
it.
huge.
I love it.
So
Yes.
what is the next thing what are you really working towards? Tell me. I know I'm putting you on the spot,
You
and
know,
you're welcome.
it's all good. I think anybody who really knows me knows that I'm looking for my house and my spouse.
Mm,
And recently, I was just on a call with the Angels of Fire, and
mm,
someone said something, and I was like, I want a wellness and prayer center for people to be able to come to in a safe space, so
yeah,
that they can let go of whatever is traumatizing them or holding them back, and let them know that they are in an absolutely loving environment and they're safe. You know, people want to know that they're safe. So I'm working towards bettering myself so that I can help more people. I train and I get my education and I learn because I want to be the best me that I can be. And however that's going to come to play, I just that's where I want to be. Um, I want space. I'm ready to start growing my own food
mm,
and washing my car at my home, washing my clothes at my house. I'm ready for that energetic life that
beautiful.
is unstoppable.
Yeah,
I'm ready to be unstoppable.
but you
That's
are.
well, you're right.
Yeah, you are. Here's the thing that I'm going to challenge you with, okay?
Yes, sir.
You say you want to create this place. Why wait?
I was actually talking to one of my clients who's a realtor yesterday about it.
See that? See that? Why wait? But here's the thing, right? Sometimes you don't, you may not have the location, but you have the spirit.
Yes.
You have the umph. You
Yes.
have the energy to create it. Could you just say, hey, you know what? Let's meet in the park. Let's have a place and
Yeah.
just post about it and say, you know what? Every so often or whatever, make a schedule and say, until I actually have a physical location. Listen, if you go there and you're there by yourself, you've already started, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
I do see the beach in my future this weekend.
see that? But here's the thing, how far is the beach?
12 to 15 minutes, depending on traffic.
Not bad.
No,
So
not bad at all.
would you go to the beach on a rainy day?
I've been there on rainy days.
Okay. Oh,
because
it's gonna rain.
there's
Of
nothing like the feel
course.
of sand in between your toes.
Yes,
It
because
should be against the law to wear sandals or shoes on the beach.
it is. But sometimes it gets a little too hot, right?
That's true. That's true. I was in Fort Lauderdale for 4th of July weekend, and that
Mm,
sand was hot. And I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
"I'm breaking my own law."
But here's the thing. So what I'm trying to get at is I'm challenging you to start
Yeah,
without limitations, right?
yeah,
Because you say you want to do something, and now I'm saying to you, why wait? Yes, you talk to a realtor. Why wait for the location? You can create a location, go to a park where the people can take off their sandals, take off their shoes, and feel the grass. Yes, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with the beach. But can you find a park that maybe has an open space with a portico or something so in case it is raining, people can still meet? So
yeah.
people can still say, hey, you know what? This is a place that I'm loving. And then when you build it like Field of Dreams,
They
they
will
will
come.
come, right?
Yep.
But if you wait to build it, here's the thing, right? You have to be ready to build it. And
Yeah.
the thing is, can you start tomorrow or do you have to plan for it? I'm challenging you, by the way. Could you tell?
Yeah. I'm always, in my online business, we eat challenges for breakfast.
Yeah.
So challenge away and we'll follow up and I'll let you
Yeah. I
know
want to
how.
know all about it. Details, details, Tiffany. Details.
Yes. Yeah, no, I've actually been looking for people who have pools because I do craniosacral therapy in the pool.
Mm.
And so I can do that. What I was just telling my lady earlier this morning, um, back in March, my church had a beach baptism, and I've never been to a beach baptism. I got baptized
Wow.
as an adult back in October,
Nice.
by Dr. Candace Smitherman, which was amazing. 5
Wow.
other girls did it with me, or women did it with me, and it was just a supernatural divine connection and event. It was
Mm.
absolutely powerful. So when the church said, "Hey, we're having this beach baptism," I was like, "I'm there. Like, I'm not getting baptized again because I'm good."
Right.
But I was there, and when I pulled up, I was gonna park further. Like, when I first pulled into the parking lot, I was gonna park, and I was like, "No, go down further," listening to myself. So then I kept driving down, and I pulled in right in front of the adult swing sets, and I was like, after I went to the baptism and I watched it, and some tears came out because it's just such a beautiful thing in my eyes. And when I was getting ready to leave, I was like, "Man, I really want to go swing on those swings." And I was like, "Well, Tiffany, what's stopping you?"
Nothing.
And nothing.
Yeah.
I swing on those swings for like 15 minutes. I had a smile from here to Timbuktu,
Yeah.
and I was just catching air, and it was so freeing, and it's powerful. Like, took time out for myself, which I hadn't done for a while, and now I'm starting to regain that. It's like, okay, you're going to burn yourself out. Stop, look, listen,
And
smell the
swing.
roses, observe the
Yeah.
dragonflies in the front yard. I
Yeah.
mean, I wake up every morning, I come outside, I look at the clouds. This morning there were there was a neighbor over there. She's like looking in her car, like, "What are you looking at me for?" And I was like, "I'm looking at the clouds. Like, I don't care if you're there or not." But it was the blue sky with white puffy clouds and this orange magenta tinge behind them.
Mm.
And nobody paints better pictures than God.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry, but
No.
they just
Absolutely.
don't. And to see that first thing, it's beautiful.
It is. It
It's
is.
beautiful.
When we think about nature and how beautiful it truly is, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so many people don't realize that they probably will do better in so many areas of their life if they give at least 15 minutes to nature a day, to
Yep.
go out, to enjoy, to look at the sky, like you're saying, to enjoy that peaceful, and even when there's a storm, enjoy that as well, right? Because it's the power that you can see. And even in tranquility, there is power, right?
Yeah. And down here in Florida, we get hurricanes. Although I
Mm.
think y'all are starting to get some too. It's crazy. This world's gone
You
crazy.
can keep them.
We'll send them over to Texas. No, I mean,
Hey,
whatever.
no, come on.
I'm teasing. I was just
Over the
teasing.
ocean.
Yeah, just stay over the ocean. There you
Yeah.
go. But to be able to go out and stand in, I mean, a lightning storm for me, I'll go stand out on my front porch. My neighbors are like, "You're gonna get hit by lightning." I'm like, if it's the way it's supposed to be for me, then that's fine. But
Mm,
I want to be in nature. I love
mm,
nature, you know.
yeah.
I miss going camping. Why haven't I gone? Because I haven't gotten up off my lazy bum to go.
Time to get up.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And so the more I learn, the more I'm like, okay, take that action. And I'm sure you know, Dean says, and Tony as well, take that uncomfortable action because it's going to get you where you want to be and it's going to get you there faster.
When you're learning from all these people,
Yeah.
what would you say is the number one message that you are listening to, that you keep hearing over and over and over and over and over again? And it doesn't matter who it came from.
Turn your messes into messages and turn your test into testimonials.
Mm,
I mean, I'm sure there's way more to it than that, but you know, COVID hit. I went home to visit my parents in 2020. I drove there, and when I came back, I had a month to find a new place to work. So COVID hit 2020. It forced me to open my own private practice. Wasn't such a bad thing. Wasn't a great thing, you know, with everybody being sick everywhere and everything,
right.
but it forced me to do something I should have done 12 years ago.
Mm,
You know, I mean, I've been a massage therapist since 2009. That's 13 years now,
right.
you know? So what took me so long? I was scared to get up and take that action. And with my online business, we have some pretty amazing, powerful trainers, and it's just part of our business. But Lauren Reitner says it the best, you know, fear, false evidence appearing real, or face everything and run.
Mm,
I'm going to face everything and run because there is no such thing as fear,
mhm.
you know? And if any person that's listening to this gets that message, turn your fear into a positive, turn your mess into a message, turn your
Yeah.
test into a testimonial. And that way you are doing, yes, you had to go through it. It was not easy. It was not fun. I get it. I've
No.
been there. However, somebody else is going to benefit from that and they're going to learn from that. And that's going to be the most powerful thing that you can do. We're human nature and we're human beings. And we're supposed to be a wonderful community that helps one another, not brings
Mm.
each other down. And so I'm going to do the best I can to just keep lifting people up because I like to fly. I mean, I taught a class, I TA'd a class in 2018, I think it was. And I went to my local watering hole and my bartender was like, "Hey, Tiffany, you're glowing. What have you been doing?" And I was like, "I TA'd this class all weekend long and I am flying next to like Pluto right now." And I
Nice.
stayed up there for like 3 weeks. I mean,
Wow.
I was still here on Earth doing my
Of
job and,
course.
you know, working with people and stuff. I was still kind of grounded. But
Right.
I mean, I was just, and like today, I mean, after this month and now being here with you, like I'm flying high right now. Come join
Nice.
me. The
Yeah.
view is beautiful.
It is, right? But, you know, and the only reason the view is beautiful is because you decided to fly, right?
Yes.
Because no one else can make you fly. No one else can give you the thoughts that you allow in your head. You're the
Yeah,
one that allows those thoughts. You're the one that takes either the negative or the positive. And then the other thing that we also have to consider is not everybody in your life is there for you, right? So we have to consider, who do we allow to speak to us, right?
absolutely.
Look, you can't choose your family. You
No,
can't choose your acquaintances, because sometimes you see people all the time, right? But
true.
you can choose who you associate with. And
Yeah.
sometimes it could be family, and sometimes it's good to keep them at a distance. as well, right? It
Yeah.
depends on the situation. It depends on the energy that they're producing because we are all energy beings, right?
Yep.
We all vibrate at a certain energy level. And if your energy is low, you're going to want me to slow me down? No. You
Yep.
and I, we're high frequency, baby, right?
Yes, 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 absolutely. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
I love
So,
it.
I really want to thank you so much for today. I love the fact that we connected, the fact that we are still looking to learn more about one another. I think you're an amazing human being.
Thank
I
you.
love all that you're doing. I posted so many times about, your all the different things that you're doing. It's on there. People, do me a favor. If you want to be enlightened with a massage, with a frame of mind, go visit my friend. She'll guide you. If you need something and you're not in the same state as she is, follow her, reach out to her. If somebody does want to reach out to you and they just want to have a conversation, what is the best method? I have a few here that I've put up, right? Enlighten touch and so forth. Which is, and
So,
then you also have a shopping thing. People can buy products from you, right?
yes, like for anybody who shops online and likes to save money, like please, the best
Who
way to
doesn't like to
contact
save
me.
money?
I know, right?
Yeah,
I do for sure. And
yeah.
it's yeah, anyway, the best absolute best way to reach me is by phone.
Mm.
Either call me or shoot me a text message. I get 1,000 emails a day. I may or may not see your email, and sometimes it goes to spam. So the best, absolute best way to reach me is by phone. Um, I don't know if you want to put that up there or
It's up
not.
to you. Did you put it up? It's sure. I'll throw it up. Just do
Yeah.
me a favor. No weirdos can call my friend, okay? No weirdo calling. No, because then I'm gonna come get you. All right. So
You
I'm
won't be
throwing it
alone
up
in
there.
that one.
I'm throwing it up there. Anybody, here it is. Do me a favor. Only if you have a heart that's awesome, reach out. If you need guidance, reach out. Text her. Don't necessarily call her because she might be on a podcast with me. You text her, right? Be polite, and
Yes.
then and then she'll reach out to you. But here's the thing: when we put positive energy out, we would like positive energy back. If you have negative energy, you're hurting yourself. Stop it. It's not what's going to help you live a life worth living. Only positive energy will give you the life you truly want. You can't get over on people without having someone get over on you. So stop getting over on people. Be positive. Give, give, and have a heart so that people can love you back. Right?
Yeah, and I'll just to add just a little bit to that, one of the trainings that I've been in a couple of times now is make sure you're doing the 3 C's every day. Compliment, congratulate, and console somebody. And
Mm.
if you can do those, that's going to help you find that positive energy, but also wake up in the morning, write down 3 things that you're thankful for, that you're grateful for. I mean, I wake up every morning, I do my biomat treatment here at the house, and I spend the first 15 minutes thanking God for letting me wake up, for letting me have this roof over my
Mm.
head and electricity. I mean, it's things that we take for granted. I actually, when I was at the Life Surge event, I met Nick Joyevich. And what an amazing man. He was born with no arms and no
Wow.
legs. Do
Wow.
you know he has been through hell in his life, but he has the most positive attitude that I've ever seen.
The
And he wrote
beautiful
a
soul.
he's a truly beautiful soul.
Mm.
And it was so amazing because when I was getting on the airplane, when I got to the airport in Raleigh on Monday, I had to take a train, then I took an Uber, then I got to the airport, and first time on train, first time on an Uber, so a lot of firsts last weekend. But I walk in and I'm like, God, why would you make me do all this stuff? And then I walked up the stairs and there was a man with his son. He had one arm and one leg and one prosthetic leg. And I looked at his dad and I was like, "Is that your son?" And he said, "Yes, it is." I said, "He is an amazing little man and he's going to do big and powerful things." And I'm sorry, I'm getting chills all over my body.
Yeah.
I got tears in my eyes and I was like, "Love him." Because I had just met Nick and I was like, "Be beautiful because you are."
Yeah, you are. You are. And your mind is such a powerful, powerful computer,
It
right?
is.
Yeah, yeah,
It is indeed.
yeah. So any words that you can share with anybody on how, if they want to become a massage therapist, if they want to be a coach, what is your advice for them?
I went to school with a lot of massage therapists and they're no longer massage therapists.
Mm.
So make sure it's in your heart.
Oh yeah.
Make sure that you're leaving an impact on somebody. If you're going to be a coach, make sure that you know you've been through some of the stuff that these people have been through. That's how I was able to relate with some of these people that I related with. I've been through the ringer. I've been around the block a few times. I
Mm.
have my personal experiences and I'm making myself better. I'm taking those actions to make myself better. And I encourage you to do the same.
Yeah.
But surround yourself with positive, loving people, and support. Find your support group. It's kinda like AA, even though I haven't ever been, but I hear you have an amazing support group with AA, and that's what you need. Don't don't spend time around people that are the naysayers
Right.
because they're gonna naysay you into the ground.
Yeah.
Stay
And
up in the clouds.
get an accountability partner too.
Accountability partners are
Mm.
amazing. We have a team of like 50 to, well, probably 40 to 80 people that get on a
Mm.
call every Monday night, and we're holding each other accountable.
That's
And
awesome.
it's fabulous.
Mm.
I'm actually looking for, a personal trainer to hold me accountable.
Then you have to follow my videos every single day. Every morning I post videos
I know.
on
I see them.
LinkedIn. You
I
see them,
see.
right?
I
Follow
do.
me.
I
Follow me.
do. I'm like, oh, if I had the
Today
space he
was
had.
day 231, I believe, or
I know. For
231.
some reason, because I included in my, I send out a weekly newsletter to my clients and some others, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a guest on Sifu's Rafael's podcast today, and I think he's on day 282, but I guess I was 50 off, but
Right.
I know you've been working out longer than 230
Oh,
days.
yeah. My whole life, basically. I just decided to post every single day this year, at the beginning of the year, and I haven't stopped since. And the reason I do it is because I want to inspire one.
Yeah,
One person to
yeah.
make a difference. And by the way, I think in October, I'm going to have a 7-week course where people can actually, because in my videos, if you look at my videos, I just say good morning and this is but in my videos, I'm actually going to explain every single detail of the workouts so that you can get more out of it. But it's going to
Awesome.
be, for 7 weeks, 7 days in a row.
Woo,
So we're talking 49 days in a row for other people. For me,
woo.
that's cakewalk, but don't eat the cake, right? So, but it's to inspire someone,
Yeah,
make a difference, to stop taking the medications or don't take the medications because you have no choice. Your fitness will guide you. The food should be your medicine. Let's get rid of all the medication that is out there that we don't need. As long as we move, we can start to eliminate things. Of course, I want you to do it in a healthy way. Don't just get rid of your medications because I said so. That's not
right.
going to be healthy. But a lot of people have gotten off medications because they've been following me. So I
Yeah,
want you to be able to do the same thing. If you're taking medications,
I don't
not you personally,
personally,
but
but I know people
anyone.
do. Yeah,
Yeah. But sometimes it's not necessary
yeah,
if you move, right?
yeah. My father stayed he retired. He grew up in the work 40 years, 40 hours a week for a
Mm.
$40 watch, and you die after 10 years. And
Oh,
he lived past 10 years
nice.
and he was pissed off. So he laid in
Really?
bed all day long, every day.
No. Oh,
All of his muscles atrophied. So then
oh,
he couldn't walk.
oh my gosh.
He had to get a cane and a walker to walk.
Mm.
And I mean, it's not just you that you're hurting.
Right.
You're hurting the people who love you around you. Watching my mom and my other family around, watching that, I mean, it's like someone's dying on the curb and you can't, there's a force field that prevents you from being able to go help them.
Mm.
Eliminate the force field,
Right.
just
Yeah. By
love
moving.
yourself and know sedentary, an active body stays active, a sedentary body dies.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's, people really need to pay attention. I mean, when I say stretch, people are like, don't say the S word. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Right.
I
We
didn't
need to
cuss.
stretch daily.
Daily, 15 to
Mm.
30 minutes a day. And that's part of my practice as a massage therapist. I do light passive stretches with people.
Mm.
And they're like, oh my God, I didn't realize I was so tight. And I'm like, yeah, how often do you
Mm.
stretch? They're like, I don't. I'm like, well, you need to start. Like, I got your body loose now.
Right.
Go do some stretching.
Oh, yeah.
You
You have
know, I'm the massage therapist that gives homework.
to. I love it. I love it. So
I'm
here's the
You
thing.
asked me
Let's
for
do
help.
homework to everybody listening.
Yes.
So everybody listening, here's the homework. 2 things you need to do today. Stretch and move. That's it.
Yes.
And you'll live a longer life.
Yes. And drink plenty of water.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, share your gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me on
Oh
this.
my
I'm
God.
like, if I was. If I was at Pluto earlier, I think I'm out in like the fourth universe past us right now.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you for enlightening us all. I
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate you. Let's definitely stay connected, and I can't
Absolutely.
wait till we get together in person again.
Yes, I know you give good hugs.
I do, right?
So do
Listen,
I.
I love to hug. Hug is the thing, right?
Hey, and it's free.
Ah,
Hugs and smiles are free. That's why, I don't know if you see it or not. I go on Facebook every morning and I'm like, smile at somebody today. It could save their
yes,
life.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
be kind. That's, Ellen says it all the time. Ellen DeGeneres, be
Mm,
kind. It's not hard to be kind.
no, and it doesn't
So,
cost anything. And guess what?
chicken
It
squat.
is worth millions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can change somebody's life with your smile,
Absolutely.
right?
You can.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Um,
Tiffany, thank you. Thank you. Any last words?
uh, just be kind to yourself, be kind to others, share smiles, get up and move, drink your water.
Yeah,
And if you need anything, reach out. Website, you can schedule a consultation. If you have questions about products, I can help you
right.
with that as well. Give me a
Perfect.
call. But I guess I'm just going to ask you real quick, Rafael.
Sure.
Can I share your videos where you're working out for this 7 wing
Absolutely.
thing?
It would be an honor,
Awesome.
for anyone. If I can, like I said, my goal
Help
is
one
just to
person.
touch one person, but
Yeah.
if more than one, hey, the merrier. If we can keep promoting positivity, that's how we change the world, right, Tiffany?
Yep. One person at a time, one
Yeah.
smile at a time.
All right. Thank you
Awesome.
again.
You're
Have your
welcome. Thank you.
best day ever,
I
and we'll
will.
talk
And
soon.
you too. Thank you. All
You got it.
right. Bye.